Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Sterlinx Global channel. My name is Jay, and I'm one of the account specialists of Sterlinx Global, a UK-based accounting firm specializing in e-commerce and traditional businesses. Today's discussion will dive deep into OSS VAT for e-commerce and Amazon FBA sellers. If you are an e-commerce or Amazon FBA seller struggling to navigate the complex world of VAT, OSS VAT can simplify your VAT compliance. Keep watching to learn all about OSS VAT. Value-added tax is a consumption tax levied on goods and services in many countries worldwide. In the European Union, VAT is a significant source of revenue for member states, and it has a considerable share in ensuring the functioning of the EU's single market. To address challenges in VAT compliance, the EU has introduced two new VAT schemes: the Import One-Stop Shop, or IOSS, and the One-Stop Shop, or OSS. In this video, we will focus specifically on OSS, explaining how the OSS VAT system works, who can benefit from it, and what e-commerce sellers need to do to comply with its requirements. Let us start. What is the traditional EU VAT system? If you are selling goods to customers in multiple countries in the EU, which is likely the case if you are an e-commerce seller, you have no choice but to register VAT in each country you have customers and file separate VAT returns. This is how the traditional EU VAT system worked. Imagine the hassle and headache it can bring for small business owners. But thanks to OSS, or One-Stop Shop, a simplified VAT system made possible by the EU on July 1, 2021, the VAT compliance for businesses that sell goods and services online to customers in other EU member states has been easier than before. What is OSS and how does it work? With a tedious process under the traditional VAT system, it is undoubtedly a relief to use OSS since you are only required to register for VAT in a single EU member state and then file a single VAT return for all your EU sales. As a result, if you sell goods to customers in different EU countries, you no longer need to register for VAT in each country. However, keep in mind that not all sales can be processed under OSS VAT. Only sales of goods and services to customers in other EU member states can be filed through OSS, and sales to customers outside the EU or your home country are subject to the traditional VAT rules. Now that we know what the OSS is, let us jump to what can e-commerce sellers do in relation to OSS compliance. It is truly a game changer for e-commerce sellers to use the OSS VAT system when complying with VAT regulations. To improve your VAT compliance through OSS, remember the following essential steps. Number 1. Register for VAT in a single EU member state. Before availing yourself of the OSS VAT system for your e-commerce business, you will register for VAT in a single EU member state where you have a fixed establishment such as a warehouse or office. Number 2. Collect the correct VAT rate from your customers. Collection of VAT is done upon sale with the applicable VAT rate. Keep in mind that the VAT rate will depend on the country where your customer is located. Number 3. Report and remit the VAT due on your sales. You can use the OSS VAT system to file sales to customers in other EU member states instead of having multiple VAT returns. You must file a single VAT return for all your EU sales and pay the VAT due to the tax authority in the member state where you are registered for OSS VAT. To further guide you on your VAT compliance, you can seek professional tax advice from an accountant. They will help you navigate the complex VAT rules and regulations that apply to your business and ensure that you are compliant with all relevant requirements. And before we finish, let's answer some frequently asked questions on OSS VAT for e-commerce and Amazon FBA sellers. Number 1. Do I still need to comply with local VAT rules in each country where I have sales? This is a common question that many e-commerce sellers have when it comes to the OSS VAT system. The good news is that if you are registered for the OSS VAT system and have already reported and remitted VAT on your EU sales using the system, you no longer need to comply with local VAT rules in each country. Number 2. Can I claim input VAT through the OSS system? Unfortunately, the answer is no. You cannot claim input VAT. The OSS system only accommodates reporting and remitting the VAT you collect on your sales to customers in other EU member states. if you purchased goods for your business. You can only claim input VAT in the member state where you are established for VAT purposes. Example, the country of origin of your business. Number 3. How does OSS differ from IOSS? The main difference between the IOSS and OSS schemes is the type of goods they apply to. The IOSS scheme applies specifically to distant sales of low-value goods that are imported into the EU. In contrast, the OSS scheme applies to sales of goods and services that are supplied within the EU, whether they are distant sales or not. As an e-commerce seller, you should understand the difference between the IOSS and OSS schemes and choose the one that is most appropriate for your business needs. If you sell low-value goods imported into the EU, the IOSS scheme may be your best option. On the other hand, the OSS scheme may be more suitable if you sell a wide range of goods and services within the EU. OSS VAT system is a great tool for e-commerce and Amazon FBA sellers who sell goods and services to customers in other EU member states. We hope that this blog can help you remain compliant with EU VAT regulations. Thank you for reaching until the end of the video. I hope our discussion could help you understand OSS VAT and how to apply it to your e-commerce business. If you want more tax advice for VAT compliance, check out the Sterlinx Global website at sterlinxglobal.com. Lastly, if you enjoyed this content and want to learn more similar topics, please like the video and subscribe to our media channels. Again, I am Jay of Sterlinx Global, and I will see you on the next one.